Wow!
Language learner!
Slay!
Yes. And
Just like
This,
As in,
right?
as in
Like
smile.
yeah.
As in
gestures.
Yeah.
Hello guys! We are your buddies in untangling the fascinating connection of technology and language. I am Shira Makumbao.
And I am Rahima Malawani Hajitain.
And I am Janessa Tangor Tampla.
And I am Halim Diduluma, and you're listening to your one-stop shop for all tech and language.
Techy Talk Podcast with EMS.
Exciting!
Very excited.
Wow! It's no longer TikTok. It's now Techy Talk.
Yes! What a transition from watching content to being the one creating the content!
Who is this? Ang feeling mo sa part na yan.
Content creator yarn.
I mean, you know.
Yeah, we got you. And I feel so excited with this new
Yeah,
experience.
same.
But
Same.
a little nervous as well.
Yeah, same.
I'm still getting used to this setup, like all these microphones and other podcasting stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm more interested in seeing how this podcast journey unfolds.
Yeah,
Yes.
I agree. It feels like we are stepping into a new era of communication with these technologies and stuffs, right?
Diba? And speaking of technology, and as a language learner, language learner, yeah. Anyways, we are going to dive into the connection of this too. So, to our listeners out there, just get comfy, relax, and join us in this conversation. So, what are we waiting for? Let's get techy! Alright, so guys, we're living in a modern era where technologies are everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's very inevitable for us to not utilize it. And can you see? I mean, it's really undeniable. Yeah. We also see that technologies and language are complementing one another. But the question here is, can these new technologies change our language? What do you think, guys?
Oh, that's a good question,
Who'll go first?
Girl, you asked, so you get to go first.
I should have not asked. Well, for me, I think yes, they can. And in many ways, they already have. But how? Think about how we communicate today versus 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Now we have these technologies, chats, messenger, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. New technologies introduce us with the new vocabularies like hashtag,
Yeah.
tweet,
Yeah.
and selfie, to express or describe modern concept and action.
True.
So, and the way we communicate has shifted so much.
Yeah.
So people now use abbreviation and emojis to express quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think it's also makes grammar and punctuations rules more flexible. People nowadays don't follow the traditional norms as strictly as online.
Yeah,
True.
I agree.
That's so true. And don't forget the things or words that comes with it, such as the social media giving rise to new slangs such as her or
Slay.
Yes. And oh yes, don't forget emojis too. They tend to have meaning way beyond their intended
Yeah.
meaning, and that some group of people use it to have a secret code.
Secret code. That's interesting.
And also it is some emojis also is based on they make meaning based on the context that they are used in. Yes. So
Yeah.
So true, no? And the occurrence of terms like LOL, IKR, and
I know,
BRB
right? Yeah.
have become such a regular part of daily conversation. No?
Yeah.
I think the viewers can relate to this.
Yeah, of course.
I'm sure.
I'm sure they're used to it.
100%.
Definitely.
They can relate.
Yeah, even when we're talking, not just texting.
Yeah.
Right?
for the record, we all agree that new technologies can change our
Of
language.
course.
Yeah, definitely. Especially the technology is changing not just what we say, but how we say it. And
Yeah.
we become more concise, dropping unnecessary letters in chat. And punctuation is becoming more flexible. No, for example, ending a message with a period can seems too serious.
Yeah, or too
Yeah,
formal.
I agree. Just like, for example, an okay with a period seems so formal, right?
Yeah.
And without period seems so casual. Do you agree with that?
Yes, I
Because
agree.
I 100% agree because I'm guilty because whenever I put a period on my text, then it will really, it feels like I'm angry. And whenever I'm not using a period, then it's okay. I'm good.
Oh, yes, I
Yeah,
know.
so
Guys, you know.
guilty.
Once you receive an okay with a period.
Period. That
Yeah, yeah.
person seems formal.
And I also, guys, noticed that you all mentioned about things about our generation. But how
Yeah.
about older generation? You know, they also experienced the new technologies that we have today. And any thoughts?
Yeah, I remember my mother used to tell us this story that whenever they are talking to their families or friends, then they are using a letter. You know that?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
That
yeah.
you
when we
mean
email,
letter?
yeah,
Yeah,
and it will
okay.
really take so long for them to
Yeah, yeah.
receive that letter, and vice versa. Whenever they reply, it will also
Yeah.
take so long. So we are really lucky that we have this technology. We can
It's so
chit
convenient.
chat every time you
Very
want, right? We're always
convenient.
calling one another.
Yeah.
One call away.
Diba?
Another thing I find fascinating is how each generation leaves behind words and phrases that don't always make sense to the next generation.
Yeah.
So, for example, expresses like kodakan.
Huh?
Ano yung
Kodakan?
kodakan?
What's that?
Yeah, kodakan is like Kodak from the word Kodak means it's a brand of
Brand?
camera.
Ah,
That
Just like-
popular brand, camera brand.
Yeah, just like
in our
Canon.
yeah
in
generation,
our
right?
generation.
We have
Ah.
now
So
the
that's
Canon.
Kodakan means picturean mo ko or take a photo.
Photo.
Yeah,
Mm,
yeah.
so
And even though
cute.
Kodak isn't common right this generation, it makes they still use it, no? So it makes me wonder. Do you think the words and slangs we use today will also confuse future generation? Or do you think they will adapt and evolve with them?
Ooh. For me, I'm sure they will adapt. No, hindi lang, it's not only the language that is evolving.
Yeah.
It's also us. We are adopting as the language, the technology is evolving. And it's really observable, rather. Kasi sa generation natin, di ba? Even the generation of, what do you call that? That
What?
new generation?
Alpha?
Yeah. It's really giving, right? Even their languages now, their vocabulary, we are adopting it. Even we are, different generations. So I'm sure the generation in the future will be adopting it or even, modify
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
another
Another.
vocabulary.
Wow, it's no longer Gen Z.
Yeah.
We have now an alpha, right?
Yeah, it's
the
really
new
giving
generation.
alpha.
They
Yeah.
dominate.
Yeah, alam niyo yung parang powerful.
Yeah.
Kasali
diba?
ako sa Alpha.
Sis! What are you feeling? Akala ko,
Ay!
sis, akala ko nga millennial ka.
Yeah, so
Alright.
kidding aside.
Yeah, kidding aside, technology's influence is really there. We really cannot deny it because
Yeah.
even us,
Yeah.
right, we're guilty in this new way of communication,
Yeah.
new words, new slangs. But I see this more like a Faustian bargain. Do you remember the concept?
Ooh.
Yeah, the advantage and disadvantage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly, girl. You got it. While technology influences or benefits our language, it also provides potential challenges. So that's why it leads me to this question. What is your take as we claim, diba? As we claim that we're a language learner, what is your take on this notion?
I think technology should enhance our language, not replace important parts of it.
Yeah.
And we need to find a balance where we can embrace new terms and trends without losing the formal
Yeah.
or rich aspects of communication.
Yeah, same here. I do believe that language is indeed, technology rather, technology indeed is a powerful tool for communication. However, if we let this technology change how we communicate, then, it really lacks because whenever we are talking via face to face now, we can feel the emotion, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, then when it comes to technology na, it really lacks something.
Yeah, the bonding.
And also, iba ang level when there is a presence
Yeah,
of multiple
diba?
cues,
Just
right?
like this,
As in,
right?
as in,
the
smile,
Yeah.
as in, full
Gestures.
love.
Yeah.
Super true.
And for me, girl, I also understand what's your point. Also, for me, just like what Ati Shaira have mentioned earlier, that it is inevitable for us
Yeah.
to not use technology because it's
Inevitable.
right in front of our nose,
Yeah.
and we have to use it. And I have 2 points to make here. First is that as a language learner, as a language major, or even our
Viewers.
viewers,
Yeah.
we need to advocate for the preservation of
Our language,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, exactly,
And
exactly.
the second point is that we have to adapt to new technologies and to learn those new vocabularies and stuff like that, so that we can be with the trend, and also we are competent as a speaker and we are aware of the new things.
Yeah.
And it's the reality, we have to accept it.
As
Yeah.
technology
Adopt.
really, it really part of our life, right?
As
Part
an
of
English
our life.
major, no? Oh, we have to be an advocate of language preservation.
Yeah.
And of course,
One of the reasons
yeah.
why we're doing research.
Research.
Yeah, and using technology in a good manner, no?
Yeah.
We use technology in our advantage, or
Yeah.
for our language advantage.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
I think for the final note, what we wanted to point here is that it's not bad for the technology, or for our language to get influenced by these
Yeah.
technologies, but not to the extent of changing it.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I do
That
agree.
concludes our
out.
take. So,
Yeah.
to our listeners, what about you guys? What is your take on this notion that technologies can change our language?
So, we'd love to hear your thoughts about this discussion. So, our comment is open to YouTube. Please comment.
And if you are on Instagram or X, you can tag us on at Techy Talk with M.
Yes.
And you can also tag us with our personal social media, no? At Micaela Tampla.
At Shara Makambaw.
At Halindi.
At RHM MHT.
And if you're on Spotify, make sure to follow and subscribe to our channel so that you get to get updated on
Yeah.
our new release, new episode, and stuff like that. And once again, this is
Techy Talk Podcast with M. Bye! Bye, baby!